If we think for a minute about what emotion is, because if it's unfamiliar to us and strange, somehow foreign or dangerous, we're not going to use it in therapy. We're not going to really stay there with it and use it. If we think about what emotion is, it tells us what matters. Oh, and I'm supposed to put a little slide up here, I think. Ta-da! Thank you. No. Good. I can manage that, right? Emotion orientates us to what matters. It tells us what matters. And what I tell my students is, talking about the craft of conversation, when you get lost with your client, just go back to the last really hot moment. Go back to the last time when there was all kinds of emotion on their face, because you're always relevant. You're always on the money. So emotion focuses on what matters, steers us to what is worthwhile, steers us away from danger. It's a survival compass. It tells us what we need. And if we are damaged in our amygdala, arguably the emotional center of our human brain, we cannot make the simplest of decisions. We cannot choose between options. What we have done in the past is separate emotion and cognition, and that's a craziness, of course, because they come together in our functioning. But if I say to you a simple cognitive decision, chocolate or vanilla, choose, you have to access your emotion to choose. Otherwise, you end up saying, oh, I don't know. Well, you know, could be vanilla, but let me think about it. My thoughts about vanilla are, you know, well, vanilla, you know, I mean, so we need our emotions to direct us. Emotions move us. They have a response repertoire tied into them. They're actually basically behavioral programs. If the fire alarm went on in this building, I would become irrelevant to you in a nanosecond. You would all focus on the fire alarm. Your whole brain would shift focus. You'd exclude other information. Your blood would go to your feet. Your nervous system would fire up. You'd scan your environment. Your prefrontal cortex would say, danger, get the hell out of here, and you'd move. Right? That's amazingly functional. Unfortunately, the very speed of what I'm talking about can sometimes get us stuck with emotion as well, especially in therapy. But all this happens inside our skin. It's the most powerful motivating system we have. But that is just half the picture. And as therapists, we really need to understand this second piece. Emotion signals to others. It connects and coordinates actions. And this is incredibly powerful. One of the things I say to my students is, you might as well be transparent with your clients. You might as well be, because they're reading the cues on your face. They know the emotions on your face. We human beings read the signals on another person's face in 100 milliseconds, and in 300 milliseconds, courtesy of our mirror neurons, we feel in our own bodies what we see on the other person's face. Just think about that. That's amazing, right? And this is the sort of thing that neuroscience is telling us about emotion. And what is that about? That's about being able to tune into people really fast so that we can coordinate actions. We can move together as a group, as a tribe, as a couple, as a family, right? So these coordinated signals, these are the music of the dance of relationships. These are the music of the dance with intimates. And they pull for responses that you cannot get any other way. You cannot coach for love. We can coach people to go out on dates, but you cannot coach for the responses that are the basis of love. You cannot formally teach them and direct people to have them. There's only one way to get tenderness, compassion, caring, sexual desire. You have to pull for it emotionally. You have to use that.